If Miami's a team that traps with their regular team, and then they came out trapping a lot today, did that kind of shock your guys, or just not ready for that kind of intensity?
Yeah, it's, you got to give them credit. Their pressure was good tonight. We just haven't seen that type of pressure, all training camp. You don't see it a whole lot in the regular season either for our young guys. Most teams don't play that aggressively defensively. Miami does that. They do it now with their summer league team. So give them credit. They had us on our heels, and they were the aggressor team.
In a game like that where everything just seems to be going downhill right from the beginning, how do you stop the bleeding, especially with so many young guys and so many inexperienced guys?
And you want them to become the aggressor at some point. They got to switch their mentality. They got to become the aggressor at some point. We tried some different lineups, settle guys down, bring them to the bench, talk to them. But it's just a learning experience. They just got to go through it. Tried to let them just figure out a way to settle down through that tough stretch.
James, how much can they take away from this? It's good to see a different defense, different sets out there.
It's great for them. This is the time they want to see this type of pressure. We want to see how they respond. So now when it really counts, they'll be ready. They've seen it, they've handled it. Even though we weren't successful tonight, at least they've tasted it a little bit more. And every time you see it a little bit more, you get a little more comfortable. But it's just a great lesson for our young guys. The aggressor, 9 times out of 10 wins. No matter what team it is, a team with the worst record, better record, the aggressor usually wins.
You trapped Victor near the half-court stripe a couple times. What counters did you give him to kind of avoid that, getting trapped there?
Well, we tried to screen, the big some. We tried to separate and give him options to hit. He hit that guy a few times. But they, give them credit. They were active. They had big, long athletes on him. And a few times he made the right play. A few times we turned it over. It's just a learning process for us right now.
What's the status on D-Man?
I think it's a contusion. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it yet.
They had no offensive rebounds in the first half, and their bigs really seemed to do a good job. With Kyle, Andrew, and Romero, what more do you need to see from them as far as getting after it on the boards against athletic guys?
They just have to, counter with activity. That's the only thing. They got to be more active. Those were some athletic bigs they were playing against tonight. So they got to be more relentless, pursue harder. Sometimes you just got to, go at it with some personal pride and you'll get one.
You actually want to see Victor face these sort of things, don't you? You want everything kind of thrown his way and see how he responds. Trapping defenses, things like that.
Yeah, even though we didn't like the result tonight, I think this was good for him. It was good for us as a group to see pressure because teams aren't going to let up. They will do that to him. They understand this is a new area for him, a new league, and they'll try to exploit that.
How much is fatigue a factor in this right now?
I think it's part of it. We've gone hard. They played high minutes. I tried to get them a little bit more of a rest today, but I think, we've gone hard last week or so. So, our challenge now is to regroup in the next 24 hours and be ready to go for Thursday.
James, where's Kyle on the biggest strides from this time last year? He basically made the team by playing hard in the summer of last year. Where's he made the biggest strides you can see?
I think when he catches the ball, he's a little more comfortable, whereas before in the regular season and last year, he wasn't sure what to do with the ball. There were moments out there tonight, where I felt like he was a little more comfortable making the play, once he caught. So he's made strides, he's improved his shot, and I think he's improved physically also.
How cognizant have you been with the quarter-by-quarter scores? You obviously called a timeout there late before.
Right.
How cognizant are you of that, and how has that helped develop your guys situationally?
It's great. We play every quarter like it's the end of the game, so we try to win every quarter. It's a focus for us, just like it's the fourth quarter. So we pay attention to it. It gives our guys a focus each quarter, try to win it. And what we weren't successful tonight, but it does help us treat it like a real game, fourth quarter game every quarter.
Everyone good?
Thank you. Thanks, guys.